What is up, everybody? Chad here over at Comic Book Cheese, and today we have us a very we got a weird story today. It's a Doctor Strange story, so typically those are very off the wall, kind of like odd, but it's a pretty good story. I liked it. It was actually really good. So let's go ahead and start it. We just pick up with Doctor Strange. He's waking up early. The Bats, the ghost dog. He's asking Strange to take him out for a walk. But it's mostly like it's more like Bats is taking Strange out for a walk. He's telling him he has to go out walk and stuff. To keep his heart healthy. A lot of this stuff is just gonna lead up to like how he dies and all that kind of stuff. Like keeping him healthy. That kind of stuff. But it's mostly just like going through his daily routine. Like he wakes up. Brushes his teeth, shower, gets breakfast with Wong. He goes walking, and you see him later. He's back to being a doctor, and he has a surgery that he has to perform. He goes to the surgery, all that kind of stuff. Finishes the surgery, then he comes from surgery. He actually comes out as Doctor Strange, and he finds a guy, and the guy is just like he's possessed. He's over there just like freaking out. Just like any Doctor Strange, he like quells the power. Calms the dude down. He asks him like, what's the problem? Like what's going on? That kind of stuff. And the guy, he's just talking about how the dark dimension is like it's dying. That kind of thing. And eventually we find out like more about that. But as for right now, it's just like like a very what's the word, ambiguous like thing right now. Like it's not don't know too much about it. But yeah, like the story is just going like real fast. Like he's just going through like his entire like daily routine, that kind of stuff. And we meet up with him at Strange Academy. He's at Strange Academy. He's talking to the students. And he's talking about how he won't be around forever, and how the Sorcerer Supreme, eventually you're gonna have to find a new one, that kind of stuff, and how one of them might be actually the Sorcerer Supreme, that kind of stuff. And after the class, one of the kids, Doyle, his name's Doyle. That's actually the son of Dormammu. He's from a race called the Faultine of the Dark Dimension. So that's like where Doyle's from, and he's like talking to Strange. He's like he's asking him like, "Oh, have you heard anything from my father?" And Strange's like, "Dormammu, nah, I haven't heard nothing from him." And the boy's like, "Oh, well, I've been feeling something weird with the Dark Dimension, that kind of thing." And Strange's like, I might look into that, because if something's happened with the Dark Dimension, it could affect us. So I'm gonna just go and look into that. So eventually he gets called out to the baseball diamond, and the school is actually being raided by some demons. So they actually call for Doctor Strange to like get rid of him. So he goes and does that kind of he gets rid of all the demons and stuff. And it from there it actually goes like super fast again. Like it was just like it picked up like super fast, like him doing his daily routine. Then it like slowed down, him talking to the guy that was like dying, that was possessed and whatnot. And coming to school, and Doyle coming to ask him about his dad and all that kind of stuff. And from there it just picks up again. It just shows him like all the stuff that he does like through his day, like going to fight spirits and demons, and that kind of stuff. Like quelling like different dimensional rifts and whatnot, that kind of stuff. And eventually like we meet up with him later that night, and like there's a knock at his door. He gets up, he dons his Sorcerer Supreme uniform, and he opens the door, and some creature like comes in. They fight a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad that my friends aren't here," that kind of stuff, because they die. So eventually, we actually pick up with Doctor Strange. He's actually dead and stuff. So his hands are gone, and like when he dies, everyone in the like all the people like close to him, like they feel it, like that kind of thing. Like it's not like okay, this person has to go tell that person that Strange is dead. No, they feel it. Like all of them, like they meet up at the sanctum, the sanctorum, and like they're just like, okay, what happened to Doctor Strange? Like Reed Richards, Thor, Wong, Magic, like all of them, they just know, like they just tell, like they're just like, all right, something happened to Doctor Strange. All of them meet up there, boom. And then they check on him, like his hands are removed, there's a blade in his chest, like all that kind of stuff. So they're asking like what happened, and eventually Baron Mordo walks in. When Baron Mordo walks in, this is hilarious, because like Juan's just like, "Oh, it was you, wasn't it?" And he just like goes attacks Baron Mordo, and he's like, "All right, hold on." And eventually there's like a call from like Captain America, and like he's like talking about the dimensional barriers. He's talking about the dimensional barriers, and like how all of them are starting to like flood Earth. Like there's like mass invasions from every single dimension flooding Earth. So all these different demons and whatnot, they're just pouring in. It's just like many of them, like damn near infinite. Like it's so many different things just like pouring into Earth. It's ridiculous. So eventually, there's actually a portal that opens up in the Sanctorum, and in walks from that portal Doctor Strange. Everyone's just so confused because like, where is he from? Why are there two Doctor Stranges? Why is there a dead one with no hands and this younger looking Doctor Strange? Like, what's going on? So eventually he ends up like explaining. So what he did, all right, let me try to explain this. What he did was, he took, all right, so imagine your lifeline is like a line. Imagine like a line, and like that's your like entire lifespan. He took like a week from that line and put it into, he locked it away so no one ever find it. So basically like a week from himself, all those memories and stuff, those are gone from his actual body, and those are like within that younger Doctor Strange that he took the time from. And that is basically what this Doctor Strange is. Like all like he like that Doctor Strange, the one that walked in from the portal, he doesn't know any of the stuff that happened outside of the time. Like that week that he was there, he doesn't know anything like other than that. So most of the people that are like grieving, he doesn't know. Like he's just like seeing people just crying because he's dead. Like he doesn't know what's going on. He's new to this. So he actually had this contingency and plan, like in case he does die, so that he could come back and like try to solve what happened to him, like see why he died and that kind of stuff, you know. So he starts hearing like voices and stuff. So he like goes outside, and his wife Clea actually falls into his arms. Like he don't even know who this is. All he knows is that it's some chick. It's some chick, and Captain America's like, "Oh, that's your wife?" He's like, "My wife?" Like, oh, it's like, okay, bro, like, come on, how you gonna forget your wife? But yeah, it was hilarious. But eventually, like when he catches Clea, like she starts like talking about how all of the warlords, you know, all the different people are invading the dimension, you know, like from their own, you know, like the dark dimension, all that kind of stuff. Like all of them people are invading Earth, but they're not actually invading. You know, they're not invading. They're actually fleeing. They're trying to get away from something. Because, you know, to try to be safe, because, you know, and another portal actually opens like outside of the sanctorum where they're standing, and these three different like weird looking beings appear. One of them is called the Weird, one is called the Crowned, and one is called the Crawling. They're actually really fucking weird looking. And so eventually they get into a fight. And Baron Mordo, like, as soon as they start fighting, Mordo books it. He's just gone. He doesn't want none of the problems that they're bringing. So he leaves, and like, as soon as he leaves, the Avengers all show up. Like Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, they all show up. But that is kind of pointless, because honestly, they get slapped up as soon as they get there. Like, they are just like completely incapacitated. They're just they had no chance. Like, they're just there just to be there. Honestly, like they just showed up just to get put down. Like they couldn't do nothing. So they all get destroyed, and well, they're not dead, but like, you know, they get wrecked, you know. And the three beings that were there, they're actually called the Mothers. So they were actually looking for like to get something for their quote unquote child. I'm not too sure. Like we actually don't know anything about that right now until the next video, but we'll get into that then. But yeah, the Mothers left. The Avengers got wrecked. Captain America. Doctor Strange, he's chilling. He didn't know what to do. He was confused. All right, end of the video. I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate everybody that watched the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you want to hear the rest of this story, and I will see y'all next time.